2020 Census. Every person counts. What is the U.S. Census? The census is a count of the total population of the United States as mandated by the Constitution. It is taken every 10 years and conducted by the nonpartisan U.S. Census Bureau. It is a short 9-question survey that asks who lives with you. You can answer the census online, by phone, or by mail. Why is the census important?
The census does two things. One, it allocates $1.5 trillion every year to our communities. And two, it is used once every 10 years to allocate political power. The problem is, if you don't get counted, you don't get the money and you don't get the power. And that's a problem.
As Stacey Abrams said, the count determines where the federal government will put essential funding for the next 10 years. Those federal dollars fund schools, roads, infrastructure projects, hospitals, medical assistance programs, fire and emergency response services, and more. An undercount would deprive your state and your community of the resources required to meet the actual needs of its population. The census count is also used to determine how many of the 435 U.S. House of Representatives seats each state receives. Filling out the census could increase your community's political voice and power in Congress. Does immigration status matter for the census? No. The census will not ask about the immigration or citizenship status of anyone at your address. Every person in your house should be counted, no matter their immigration status. The census is confidential. The Census Bureau is forbidden by law to share any of your personal information with any law enforcement agency, including agencies like Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. In the past, the census has undercounted people of color. In 2010, the last census, an estimated 1.5 million people of color were not counted, including 2.6% of African Americans, 1.5% of Hispanics, and 5% of Native Americans. This means 1.5 million people and their communities lost out on millions of dollars in political power. Make sure you, your family, and friends are all counted. Make sure your community gets the resources and political power it deserves. Fill out the census today. Your responses are confidential and protected by law.